Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions. I hope you're having an amazing day. I am back. My camera just is glitching. 1 second. Hopefully that stops it. I'm not sure if that'll show up in the recording, but it was glitching at my end anyway. 9 Inch Nails, something I can never have. It's the fifth track of a Pretty Hate Machine album, and we're going to have a listen to it right now, see what they can do. It's been amazing so far. I'm enjoying this journey, and we will have a look at the lyrics after because Trent Reznor writes all the lyrics. And they're always interesting too. Let's have a listen. All right, let's go. Kind of a haunting beginning.
I still recall the taste of your tears, echoing your voice just like the ringing
I sounded the synthesizer with a solid background and then Trent's voice coming in. Really great. Let's back it up a little bit.
all the taste of your tears, echoing your voice just like the ringing in my ears. My favorite dreams of you still wash ashore, scraping through my head till I don't wanna sleep anymore. You make this all go away. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing, and I'm starting to scare myself. You make this all go away. You make this all go away. I just want something.
Very cool. The industrial sound switching from left to right through there. Let me back that up again. Almost sounds like metal bending.
This all go away. You make this all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have.
Gorgeous contrast.
You always were the one to show me how. Back then I couldn't do the things that I can do now. This thing is slowly taking me apart. Gray would be the color if I had a heart. Come on, tell me you make this all go In this place, it seems like such a shame. Though it all looks different now, I know it's still the same. Everywhere I look, you're all I see. Just a fading fucking reminder of who I used to be. Come on, tell me you make this all go away. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing, and I'm starting to scare myself. You make this all go away. You make it all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have. I just want something I can never have.
I'm going to back it up a little bit. That yell or screaming, whatever you want to call it, but still very clear vocals, and the rasp, almost pain in his voice, is how shall I say this? It's like a car wreck. You can't look away. You can't stop listening to it, but it's almost painful. Let me just back it up a little bit and re-listen to some of that.
This all go away. I'm down to just one thing, and I'm starting to scare myself. You make this all go away. You make it all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have. I just want something I can never have.
Wow, I think that's it. Yeah. Oof. Well, there was more than I was expecting, actually. Very, very well done. I don't know what else to say. The instrumentation was exceptional. I really loved it. I'm tempted to record the live Woodstock version, which will probably have poor sound quality, but be able to see the band. So I think I might add that on. I'm going to go through the lyrics first, I think, and then I'll add on the Woodstock version, and see what that one's all about. I did see the thumbnail for that, but the last one I did, a couple of you mentioned that the sound, I mentioned it too, that the sound quality was not great, although I really enjoyed the song and I love seeing the band, but because of the live performance, and that was quite a while ago, and the nature of it, the sound wasn't as good. Uh, so I think what I'll do is I'll do the lyrics now, and then I'll put that on the end of this video. It'll be a long video. If you don't want to stick around, that's fine, but I hope you do. It should be interesting. Let's have a look at the lyrics now. Something I Can Never Have by Nine Inch Nails. Trent Reznor writes the lyrics. Of course, I still recall the taste of your tears, echoing your voice just like the ringing in my ears. My favorite dreams of you still wash ashore, scraping through my head till I don't want to sleep anymore. Partly from what we've listened to and looked at before, I'm thinking there are multiple ways of reading this. Whether Trent meant it in multiple ways, I don't know, but I think he might have, because he seems like a very intelligent guy. I've heard that he can be a difficult guy too, but but I don't know him, so I don't know. So it could be a person he's talking about, but again, I think it could be drug addiction, and I think that there can be some religion in here as well. So there's lots of possible ways of extracting, echoing your voice. That can be a person, but that can be the addiction talking to you, and that can be God or some other entity talking to you as well. So there's lots of ways of thinking of that. Ringing in your ears. Um, over and over again. My favorite dreams of you still wash ashore. They still come to your thoughts, still come to your mind, scraping through my head. That sounds both, my favorite dream sounds good. Scraping through your head doesn't sound quite so nice, does it? I don't want to sleep anymore. You make this all go away. Well, a relationship, someone you love very much, that can do that. Drugs can do that, at least temporarily, and prayer for some people can do that. So again, I think there's at least three different ways of looking at this. I'm down to just one thing, and I'm starting to scare myself. You make this all go away. So this anxiety, panic, depression, whatever it is he's talking about here, people use drugs to get rid of that. It works temporarily, but there's a lot of problems with that. Another person can do that for you. A love interest or a great friend can do that for you. And sometimes religion can do that for you, I would say, again, temporarily, because you're believing in a lie. You make this all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have. Now, is this the love interest? Could be somebody who doesn't want to hang around, or you just can't find that one. Again, could be the salvation, that'd be the religious piece, and could be you're trying to find some comfort in your life. You're trying to find yourself in a way, and a lot of the time with addiction, you sort of feel like it when you first go into whatever you're doing, alcohol, drugs, whatever. But then you can't hold on to it. It disappears, of course, because eventually you come down off the high or binge or whatever, and it disappears again. So you have to start all over again. You always were the one to show me how. Back then, I couldn't do the things that I can do now. This thing is slowly taking me apart. Gray would be the color if I had a heart. Come on and tell me. So, very sad, sort of dark and depressing um, lyrics. I'm trying to think what I was going to say. I did pick up most of the lyrics through the song. I didn't think I would because I thought it would be very loud and hard to capture, but it wasn't. It was quite easy to pick up the lyrics. And Trent's voice is great. I like Trent's voice, and you know it when you hear it, don't you? It's one of those voices. Um, so you were always the one to show me how. Is this God? Is this the drug that sort of leads you into that sense of feeling comforted and feeling powerful? I don't know too much about drugs, but I know a lot about alcohol, and it can definitely do that for a while, and then it'll kick you in the ass. But yeah, and all three of those things can apply here as well. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing, and I'm starting to scare myself. Yeah, I just want something. I just want something I can never have. Is that security in your mind, comfort, contentment with your life? It's always a struggle. Uh, in this place, it seems like such a shame, though it all looks different now. I know it's still the same. Everywhere I look, you're all I see, just a fading reminder of who I used to be. Come on, tell me. You make this all go away, and then I think we have just the same lyrics. In this place, it seems like such a shame, though it all looks different now. I know it's still the same. So he's changed, he's grown, he's gotten older, whatever. Um, so it looks different, it seems different. He can do things now that he couldn't before. He mentioned that in the previous lyrics. Um, but he knows it's all the same, right? It's still him, it's still here, whatever is going on. You can't run away from that, not easily anyway. Uh, Everywhere I look, you're all I see. Now, that could be the three things I've already mentioned, but it could also be himself, his own psychology, his own whatever's going on in his head. And just a reminder of who I used to be, but who you used to be is still you. You might feel like a very different person. You might be a very different person in some ways, but that core, that seed of you is still there. You are still you. I don't know if that's where he was coming from or not, but that's the way I'm going to read it for now. You can let me know what you think. Uh, and starting to scare yourself, yeah, suicide is an option. It's not a good option. I understand why people take it sometimes. Been there. Didn't quite do that, obviously, or I wouldn't be talking to you now. But yeah, I get it. Really excellent lyrics. I think they can be read in many, many ways. All of us come to songs with our own biases, with our own baggage, with our own experiences, with our own strengths, with our own weaknesses, and so we're not going to read them the same way. We're not going to feel them the same way. And in fact, I think I mentioned before, um, if you're listening to this in your teens or your 20s or even your 30s, and then you listen again when you're an antique like me, not quite, but it can be different too. I didn't listen to this song before. This is my first time hearing this particular song. I've heard a few Nine Inch Nails songs before, but not this one. Not most of the songs on this album. And so I can't compare with what I would have thought if I'd heard it, in my 20s or something, or my teens. But I know other songs and other musicians that I listen to, and it changes sometimes over the years. All right, I'm going to stop rambling and yakking so I can make some more reaction videos and get on with Nine Inch Nails too. Let me know what else you would like to hear either from Nine Inch Nails or anyone else. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. I'm not leaving exactly because I'm going to be putting on the live version from Woodstock. Let's see how it compares. Something I Can Never Have, 1994 Woodstock. And we know the muddy mess.
Echoing your voice just like the ringing in my ears. My favorite dreams of you still wash ashore, scraping through my head till I don't wanna sleep anymore. Just want something. I just want something I can never have. You always were the one to show me how. Back then I couldn't do the things that I can do now. This thing is slowly taking me apart. Dre would be color if I had a heart. Come on, tell me you make this all go away. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing. I'm starting to scare myself. You make this all go away. You make
Yeah, obviously the sound is not as clean as the official video. Well, this is official too, but you know what I mean. Um, and I'm glad that we heard that one first and looked at the lyrics. Otherwise, I might not have understood the lyrics here as well. I'm having a bit of trouble picking them up, but because we've read through them, it's easier. Uh, that synth sound, that repetition that goes through, that sort of, it's to me, it's sort of a haunting sound that threads through the whole thing. And then the drumming, the background beat is very well done. It may not be complicated, but it works. And of course, Trent's voice, although it's not as clear here, but yeah, very good. Everybody's doing a great job.
It seems like such a shame. Though it all looks different now, I know it's still the same. Everywhere I look, you're all I see. Just a fading fucking reminder of who I used to be. Come on, tell me you make this all go away. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing. I'm starting to scale myself. You make this all go away. You make this all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have. I just want something I can never have. 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 And you never, 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 never understand how I feel.
I thought I heard something, but I'm not sure. I'm going to back it up. I'm not exactly sure where it was either, so bear with me.
Come on, tell me you make this all go away. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing. I'm starting to scale myself. You make this all go away. You make this all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have.
Okay, I think I just misheard. I'm pretty sure I just misheard there, but yeah, it was. This was really good too to see the band. The sound quality isn't as good, obviously, but nevertheless, it was. I think it was worth watching and hearing again. And they did a lot of the same instrumentation, not all, but quite a bit. Okay, very good. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know which one you enjoyed most. I enjoyed them both, but for sound quality, obviously the first one was the better version. All right, now I really am leaving. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Until next time, bye bye for now.